What is Ocean Count? Ocean Count is an attempt to determine how many whales are in existence. Whales are protected throughout the world, and we like to try to get an idea of the change in population from year to year. It's not an exact science from the shoreline here, but we do attempt to just see how many whales are coming here every year.
Ocean Count, it's 3 days in the year, one in January, one in February, one in March. They get volunteers to come out all around Oahu, Kauai, and I think the Big Island. And on those days, they have a certain amount of time. I think we're going 8 to 12. And just counting whatever we see as far as whales, their activity, their behavior, adults, juveniles, whatever we see. And just keep track of that in half-hour increments. And then they'll collect all that information and put it together and kind of get an idea of what the whales are doing.
Ocean Count is the marine sanctuary program here in Hawaii to count the humpback whales every season that they're in the islands.
Why is Ocean Count important? Well, I think it's important because we need to know more about humpback whales. There's not a whole lot of information out there, and the more information you gather, the more you can learn about them, and the better you can study them.
I think it's important because you get a sense of the whales and how many there actually are coming to the islands. Obviously, this is where they come and breed and have their babies, and to know what the population is important. Obviously, whales have had trouble as far as being endangered. Certain kinds, humpbacks, I think, are fine, but there are other whales that are endangered, becoming extinct, and I think it's important to know what's going on in the environment, and it's one way that we can kind of do that.
Why is it important? Because humpback whales are endangered, they are threatened. Even though our whales are one of the few, and they're lucky enough in the event that where they eat and where they come to breed are in the same country.
There's really no other way to tell the status of these whales. We know they're illegally hunted. There are worldwide protections, but if we don't get involved in trying to see how many whales there actually are, we don't know how serious the problem is, and we want to do our very best to protect the whale populations in the ocean. And humpbacks are one of the the classiest whales. They sing, they breach. You don't see that type of activity in a lot of the other whales, and they're actually fun to watch. Why is it important to protect them in the first place? They're a living, breathing mammalian species, and we certainly have enough species in this world going extinct every year. I don't know what the figures are, but it's a staggering amount, and it's another of our ocean creatures to help balance the ecology of our oceans.
It reminds us that we're not alone. It reminds us of the beauty of the ocean. It also tells us whether the ocean's healthy or not. I think it's an indicator of how we're doing out here in the middle of the Pacific.
what it's done for me personally and community, it's actually helped me try to build or at least get ties stronger between what I knew, what my degree is about, which is science, fisheries and management, and to be able to help educate the public. Because before this, I didn't know truthfully, I didn't know anything about whales. It actually helped me learn more about species that are here, that come here, and I didn't realize how long they've been coming here for. So I learned, and in turn using that information to help people who are first-time people here. So that's why it helped me a lot actually. And then it actually brought me here because Mapua is my grandparents' last name. And I didn't really necessarily mean to choose this site. I'd never been here in my life, and actually it's grown on me. It's actually a hidden spot I like. It's one of my favorites because of the fact that not many people come out here. Not many people are willing to, and I don't mind that.
I know what brings us together under a common cause, you know, trying to understand the humpback and trying to protect it and caring for it. I think that brings people together and you know, allows us to have some camaraderie while talking about whales, especially the humpback. So.
For 15 years, we've learned behaviors of the whales. We kind of can predict about just about where they're going to come up. Sometimes we're not. We started out with just 3 people in the beginning, and the most we had was about 48. Today we have about 15. And in January's count we had 25. And in the beginning we started strangers, and as we learn about the whales together, we become family. And at the end everybody goes home happy and now aware of how to spot a whale and what to look for and behaviors. It also brings awareness to the community.
Well, it's made me more aware of my community, and it's forced us, I suppose, in a very participatory way to come out and actually enjoy the day at the beach. So otherwise we get caught up in our busy lives and forget what we have out here on the island.
Makes the community a little more aware of keeping the ocean cleaner, so that the wildlife, the whales, the turtles, and all of those things have a place to go where they're safe.
They show the ecosystem. Everybody has to know where everybody came from sooner or later. They show the health of the ocean.
Right.
And if they disappear, something else will disappear or something will take their place.
Why is it important to protect the humpback whale? It's a majestic creature, and if it doesn't get protected, then we might not see it again. And if we bring a lot of attention to the humpback, then I don't think it's going to disappear. And if we educate ourselves and we educate the public about what they are, and I think it'll help them out. It'll help protect the humpback whale.
It's a great way to experience the outdoors and experience, at least from afar, you know, what's going on in that ocean that surrounds us.
I think interacting with the other people and helping to educate them, whether one's involved in the humpback whale sanctuary we're also Honu Guardians from Alamana Honu, and or the Monk Seal organization. It's just a wonderful way to show our appreciation for our natural environment, and we feel as if, you know, helping to educate the people that are just involved in this maybe just once in their lifetime is just expanding their awareness, and that just keeps spreading the word. So we feel as if we're giving back a little bit and also benefiting just from the wonder of doing it.
I think it's important to protect any natural resource. I mean, sharks, whales, anything that, I mean, that's their home and their environment, and we unfortunately are visitors and have done some things to damage that environment. And I think we need to do whatever we can to help, you know, keep them healthy and you know, keep that species going for kids and kids to come from here on out.
It's important to protect the whales because it's important to protect all wildlife. Whatever it is. Turtles, whales, other fish, anything that runs the risk of disappearing from the ecosystem.
Yeah, the more information we're able to impart about you know, these wonderful creatures, the more respect the public will have for them, and hopefully will promote their conservation in the future.
Our first time coming out, it was a you know, nice way to spend a Saturday morning. I'm a science teacher, so getting involved in this is another good thing. I can bring this back to my classroom and tell my kids, hey, look, I did this. You know, there's going to be another one coming up in March. If you and your family are interested, you ought to sign up. And just, I mean, it's great to, I mean, the whales are so majestic. I mean, just to come out and watch them, even without counting them, is just a great thing to do anyway.
And it's just fun. It's just fun to watch the whales, and that's why we do it.
Yeah, we love the animals. Then we like the people in the sanctuary too. They're good people. Yeah. Everybody has a heart. But the animals, not us, but it's cool. It's good.
Great.
Have a good day.
We're on the road to the second site, my Ely Point, 9:47 a.m. and Ocean Count 2011. Wait, sorry, I wasn't actually recording. Oh.
Really low between them.
Maybe check
Another whale.
We just saw 2 turtles at Makua Caves and they were mating. It was like the coolest thing in the world. So we're really excited for our next site. Hope to see some whales. Hopefully.
Oh, it's on?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
It's important because of how they're extinct.
The idea of trying to get a population assessment on how many turtle brain, sorry.
I'll ask the questions.
Okay.
Repeat the question.
Restating the question by restating the can you restate the question that I'm gonna ask? Repeat the question. Can you restate the question too? Can you repeat the question? If you can restate the question.
How many whales we have?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. Will you restate the question? Yeah, again, try and restate the wildlife.
Why do you think it's important?
Well, it's not about me.
Well, I don't know why.
You don't know why?
No, I know the same question. I don't know why.
Well, why are humpback whales important?
Because they're adorable.